Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. And we're starting with an update on a new PlayStation 5 Astrobot bundle being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. It says a few weeks ago it was reported a new Astrobot PS5 console bundle was in the works and would release next month. Details were sparse at the time, but a new report has revealed more information about the bundle, including when it might release. The Astrobot PS5 bundle will launch on March 13th, according to noted video game industry insider Bill Kuhn. There will be 2 editions available to purchase, both of which include a digital copy of the game. The insider suggests there will be a standard console bundle, which features a disc drive and a digital console bundle. In the US, these will be priced at $450 and $400 respectively. Currently, PS5 consoles cost $500 and $450 for the disc drive and digital versions. This means these bundles, which includes last year's Game of the Year, are being sold at a $50 discount. Including the price of the game, that being $60, customers are actually saving $110. Bill Kuhn mentioned that both of these new Astrobot PS5 bundles will be available in both the US and Europe. The bundle in Europe is going to be €500 and €400. So obviously 500 for the disc drive version and 400 for the digital version, but it's still a discount for Europeans. So this is pretty interesting. Not the bundle itself. It makes sense that Sony would want to do a bundle like this, but what's most interesting is the pricing of the bundles. You know, it's true that we haven't really seen any type of significant price cut for the PlayStation 5, and I don't think this is going to be a permanent price cut, but who knows? Maybe it could be. It's hard to say. They did just cut the price of PSVR 2, so maybe Sony's getting ready to announce that, but I would just for now assume when this bundle comes out, it's just going to be like a kind of temporary thing for as long as they're selling the bundle, where that's going to be the price of it. Moving on to the next topic, we're talking about Monster Hunter Wilds. First, I want to ask you guys, are you playing Monster Hunter Wilds? Let me know down in the comments if you are and where you're playing it. But this game is absolutely exploding, which isn't too surprising considering how popular Monster Hunter is, but it's like breaking records for Capcom. Genki Japan reports that Monster Hunter Wilds has reached over 1 million concurrent players on Steam. Crazy, 8th game to ever reach over 1 million concurrent players on Steam. First Capcom game ever to reach over 1 million concurrent players on Steam. And so that number is just continuing to climb. As of the time of this recording, it just surpassed 1.2 million concurrent players. So pretty crazy stuff there. I knew Monster Hunter was going to be big. I didn't think it was going to be this big. And of course, there are millions of people playing it on console as well. So yeah, but continuing to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds, being reported by Push Square, it says Capcom has detailed the first big title update for Monster Hunter Wilds, which will drop at some point in April. The idea is that by this time, most players who snagged the game at launch will have played through the main campaign, as well as the high rank stuff, and will be looking to sink their teeth into something new. Interestingly, the developer is already highlighting the fact that this patch will bring an increased challenge. Prepare your gear, your resolve, hunters. Title Update 1 will bring with it a monster of formidable strength at a level above Tempered, reads the official social media post. For those unfamiliar, Tempered monsters are more powerful versions of existing enemies and typically play a big role in Monster Hunter's endgame hunts. So Capcom's basically promising additional foes that'll provide even greater threat. And this info comes at a good time because some fans haven't stopped debating Wild's difficulty since reviews were published earlier this week. Supposedly, the game is a bit on the easy side, and some more experienced players are concerned that it won't keep them engaged. So, yeah, it's also saying here that Title Update 1 will introduce a dedicated multiplayer hub complete with a kitchen. So, big stuff for Monster Hunter Wilds. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on with this game. I think I'm going to end up picking it up and playing it myself. Monster Hunter, to me, is a daunting game. You know, it's not the easiest game to get into, but I did play Monster Hunter Worlds, and I went all in with it. And it was a good time. It just took me a while to actually figure out what I was doing in that game. But, yeah, man, let me know again if you're playing Monster Hunter Wilds. We're moving on to the next set of topics, which talks about both Forza Horizon 5, we're getting a bunch of new details about this launch on PS5, and also Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Starting with Forza Horizon 5, the official release date was announced yesterday among other details. It's releasing April 29th, 2025 on PlayStation 5, and there are 3 different versions: the standard edition, the deluxe edition, the premium edition. The standard will be $60, the deluxe edition will be $80, and you get the full game as well as the car pass. And the premium edition is the big one here. For $100, you get the full game, car pass, the Hot Wheels DLC, the Rally Adventure, Forza Horizon 5 Welcome Pack, the VIP membership, and early access beginning April 25th. So it's a lot of content you're getting there for $100, but $100 is a lot to ask for a game that's a couple years old. So I'm really curious. I asked you guys if you're playing Monster Hunter Wilds, but add to that, let me know if you're planning on buying Forza Horizon on PlayStation 5, and if so, which version are you planning on picking up? But on top of finding out about the different editions and the release date, we are finding out that this game is also going to be PS5 Pro enhanced, and it will be supporting the DualSense. So when it comes to the PlayStation 5 Pro version of this game, they are saying that there is going to be 2 different options to choose from. You're going to have the fidelity mode, which, will be at 30 frames per second, but will add ray traced reflections. And then they also have the performance mode, which is targeting 60 FPS, but will ultimately have a higher fidelity thanks to the increased power of the PS5 Pro. They don't say whether or not they're going to be leveraging PSSR. I'm assuming that's something we'll find out later on with a deeper analysis from like Digital Foundry or something. But something people are also wondering is whether or not Forza Horizon 5 is going to get a proper physical disc release for the PS5 version. And unfortunately, the answer is no. The official Forza Horizon account responded to a fan saying nothing planned for a physical disc release, and other fans were kind of urging them to reconsider, saying they want to buy a physical version, and that's what would get them to buy it. And so I do wonder if they will reconsider it. I'm going to assume probably not, but yeah, this is a growing trend. I recently talked with you guys about the Days Gone remaster and how it's not getting a proper physical release, which is just a little bit strange to me because pretty much every other PS5 remaster and remake has gotten a dedicated physical release. But yeah, man, as we head into 2025, it seems like publishers, including Sony and Microsoft, are getting more and more comfortable with just not doing physical PlayStation 5 releases, and I think that it's unfortunate. But moving on and talking about another Xbox game that is targeting a spring release, that being Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Apparently, we're finding out that this game might also be coming in April. This was reported by The Verge. It was kind of a throwaway line that was written by Tom Warren, but it seems to narrow down the window. In the article, he points out that Microsoft is targeting an April release for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So it's just a matter of like finding out, I guess, what day they're planning on releasing it in April, because we already know that Forza Horizon 5 is launching. But we've also been hearing that Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is apparently very close to being announced for PS5. So it sounds like a lot. I mean, they're about to drop like 3 games within a very short window of time on PS5. So there you go. I will continue to keep you guys updated. But moving on to the final topic of the video here, just something I wanted to point out to you guys. There was a new Terminator game that was just announced yesterday. It's called Terminator 2D No Fate, and it's a very interesting looking game here. It says it's based on Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and it's a side-scrolling 2D action title featuring retro pixel art, multiple playable characters, including John Connor and the T-800. The game also promises a variety of different enemies and bosses to fight, weapons to use, and more. On top of that, there will be an arcade mode, an infinite mode, a boss rush mode, high score leaderboards, and more. And they're also doing a proper physical release for this game. It's quite sad that we are seeing, these smaller titles, that are clearly only going to appeal to a certain audience here, even these games are getting proper physical releases, and I think they have like a couple of different like collector's editions and whatnot. We're seeing it for games like this, but for bigger AAA titles from bigger publishers, they're just like, yeah, we're not doing a physical release. It's kind of strange, but either way, this game does look very interesting. It was, again, just kind of announced out of nowhere yesterday, and it feels like we don't get Terminator games that often. What do you guys think of this? Is this something you're planning on playing? Let me know down in the comments below. That does it for the video, though. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.